Hi everyone, welcome back to CSS in under 5 minutes. I'm Andrew and today we're exploring CSS Length Units. Understanding the difference between absolute and relative units will help you create responsive, scalable designs. We'll cover absolute units like px, cm, mm, in, pt, pc, and relative units like em, rem, percent, vh, vw, vmin, and vmax. Plus, we'll discuss how to use each and how to scale elements effectively. Let's get started. Absolute units remain the same regardless of the user's screen or settings. The most commonly used unit is pixels. Although cm, mm, in, pt, and pc exist, they're rarely used in screen-based design and are more relevant for print. Here, the heading is defined in pixels, down here. A common choice for fixed size elements on the web. The paragraph uses points, but this is less common for screen design. So here the H1 font size scales based on the root font size, which is 16 pixels. So 2 rem equals 32 pixels. The paragraph's 1 em equals 16 pixels. So we have both of these noted right here, the paragraph and the heading. You'll note that the heading is double the size of the paragraph. The box is sized relative to the browser window, adjusting as the viewport changes. That's this blue box right here. And it's both vertically and horizontally. Alright, relative units change depending on the context, making your designs more responsive. Common relative units include em, relative to the parent's font size. We have rem, which is relative to the root, hence the R, of the font size, displayed right here. Percent, relative to the parent element's size, right here. I know it's here, right here. VH and VW, viewport height and viewport width, relative to the browser's viewport dimensions. Finally, we have vmin and vmax. We'll change this to max, although they're not shown. These are relative to the smallest or largest dimension of the viewport. So when and where do we use both? You want to use absolute units like pixel if you need precise control, especially for small UI elements like icons or borders. However, for responsive text and layouts, it's better to use relative units like rem and percent so your design adapts to different screen sizes and user settings. For scalable typography, rem is a solid choice since changing the root font size updates all related elements proportionally. For fluid layouts, use percent, viewer width, and viewport height to adapt to different screens without manual adjustments. Of relative units is easy scaling. If your user changes their browser's default font size, designs using rem or em automatically adjust. Similarly, when using viewport units like VW and VH, lets you create full page sections or dynamically sized containers. So, if you adjust the font size in the root right here, you'll notice that the responsive text size will scale automatically, noted right here. So we'll just double this up and note how it automatically responds. The full screen size section always takes up 100% of the viewport regardless of the device. Alright. To recap, we've covered the difference between absolute and relative units, when to use each, and how relative units make your designs more flexible and responsive. In the next episode, we'll talk about angle and time units, crucial for transformations, transitions, and animations. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest CSS tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Keep coding.